Probably.
Please select your character. Iron Tiger. Waldstein. Mitsuru Kirijo. Waldstein.
I'm gonna be handing the mic back over.
Huh? Yeah, I mean, Bluetooth is fine, but we have to charge them, and then there's a lot more stuff in it. What we could do is, like, we could throw the computer behind us, and then wire around the room.
Well, I'm sure there's some more stuff we can do.
Or computer behind, and the HDMI is just a straight under. There are ways they could work.
But now we've got Waldstein on Waldstein action. So we have Just Klay versus Captain Terror. Man, I feel a little betrayed. Before this tournament even started, Just Klay was playing his Mitsuru Kanji, talking about how he might be playing that, but I guess we've got this instead.
I mean, who can blame him? Mitsuru Waldstein, it is strong.
It definitely brings the sauce, heavy amounts of it. And as we're saying in this corner, is relentless pressure, able to burst out, and Captain Terror walking his way out. Oh, whoa! What a sequence!
That is just showing Terror, who plays exclusively grapplers. Hey, remember, Waldstein's the grappler still, and I can play that.
Ooh, 2B's the burst. That's an unfortunate burst timing on Captain Terror's part. Dropping the combo, but yes, this is just a bit of a clinic on Captain Terror, but he still has a lot of red health on the Waldstein. If he's able to tag out, he might be able to make something out of something, but unfortunately that dies. Taker gets grabbed. This is a really hard wall to climb, especially with the Mitsuru on point.
And with her being at such high health, because you can't just do one super grab and be fine with her. That was like probably two super grabs, and then she'll be gone. But the thing is, you didn't have the bar for any of that.
Yep, didn't have the bar, didn't have the space to get a good resonance blaze in. Just pressure. So, man, that's rough. It's really hard because Taker or Waldstein, grapplers would generally want to play a little bit more back, be a little bit more patient, and when they can find their button in, they're in. But that's really hard to do against Mitsuru. Her buttons will not give you the chance in order to do that.
It is unbelievable how strong that EP assist is.
Yep, it's unbelievable how strong that instant overhead is.
And the fact that this combo is still going.
Truthfully, what more can you expect? What more can you expect from a Skullgirls player? Like, you think you could get out with a wake up super, you think you could get out with the DP, you think you could get out by blocking, but it's all just wrong. The Skullgirls player is just in your head. But this time we get the scoop. This might be the momentous swift that Captain Terror needs. He's got the corner, he's got the setups, doesn't finish his combo.
The thing is, that was just some bad timing on DPs.
That JP is so meaty, you cannot press a button into it.
Oh, but this Mitsuru is very low. But wake up super and switch out. Answering with another grab, and Terror is now on his last leg.
He's got level 1 resonance. So, I'll just stop saying that. It would be hard to come back in that scenario, but maybe I'm just jinxing the gameplay. Sucky game to Just Klay. Alright, JT, what can Captain Terror do here?
What can Terror do? I don't really know, because Terror has a very specific play style of trying to get the pressure and trying to get into the grappling again, and trying to keep that the mindset of I will continuously pick you up, and you don't really have any option other than to straight up fight. And sometimes he has answers to that, spark bolting things, straight up normals. But against this Mitsuru Waldstein, who has that pressure, has the grapple, or also has that grappler aspect, he doesn't really have the opportunity to really push into that well.
But no. So if that's just how he has to play with that team, then I guess I agree with the character swap at the very least, because even though he doesn't play the Merkava in bracket that much, but if he just needs to do something different, maybe he just needs to play a different kind of neutral, then having the Merkava instead might be the change that he needs.
Yeah, the Merkava is definitely a very interesting one, because Terra plays very reactively of like, I will wake up Super you in the corner as Merkava, or I get up and I'm gonna wake up as Merkava, because it's very it's just huge the way it is.
Ooh, that was a really, really good sequence there. Being able to push block specifically the Waldstein assist is one of the ways that you get out of that DP assist mess. Ooh, wait, you cannot hit that thing. It's ethereal as all get out. And now we got Mabufala. DP for DP. No assist coming out for Display, but yep. He's got a fairly decent lead with Terra still in the corner, but he's getting a lot of damage on this Mitsuru very early on. When we're starting to snipe the Mitsuru assist with Spark Bolts. Good block. Good grab. Quick and simple cash out for 7.6k. All right. Oh, invincible scoops. Oh no. Both scoops missing the cone. All the ice cream's on the floor. Now we're scrambling, but this is a really good position for Captain Terra. He's got the life lead. He's able to burst out safely, and a little bit more he'll be able to kill the Waldstein. A little bit more he'll be able to kill the Mitsuru. Yeah.
Oh, the thing is just anything, and that was a dead character, because that pressure, it's still on Mitsuru.
Ooh. And he DPs! Give him the DPs! Assist, alright! Captain Terra finding those little answers in order to answer back.
Oh, that was insane. Oh yeah, can someone go back and clip that double command grab supers and I just want it as clip. It's a cursed image now, and I need it there.
That was really good. Not respecting the instant overhead setups, being able to get out of more of the DP assist shenanigans, and while it probably wasn't, meant to be, the invincibling his way through that grab, those are all signs of life on Captain Terra's part. But now, this play's starting to get started, but Captain Terra sees the combo drop and says, you know what, you're not ready for this scoop. This scoop has raisins in it.
Command grabs, my dude. Can't really escape them, and you gotta accept when they come out.
Now, just like starting to, he's just changed up the timing of the DP assist that much in order to get through Captain Terra's defense. Oh, tag instead of a DP. That's unfortunate. But
ooh. Oh.
DPing through. I hadn't even considered that. So one of the better things about that DP might just be how active and how long its invincibility is. It might be able to just go through. It might not be like a random scenario, right? It might just be invincibling through run of Super. It might be invincibling through Mitsuru's DP and lets him hit both the assist and the counter hit the DP. The Captain Terra playing really patiently. I really like this play from Captain Terra. This is way different than the Captain Terra that I'm used to seeing. I'm used to seeing the B Sledge, but now we got the patient game. He's not going into these scramble scenarios. While he doesn't have the biggest of confirms to close this game out, he kept it nice and short. He didn't let some wacky drop happen so that he might get command scooped and the momentum fall out of his favor. He kept his conversions concise. Kept the round to himself.
It's just the fact that Merkava is just different enough as a grappler and as a player. He's a half grappler, but he's not a Yang who has just one ability. He has the range and he has a lot of. He's just weird, and that weirdness is just enough to make it it's just enough. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, it's said. See, that's the thing too. Katsuterra of yesteryear, he would have just buttoned there. He would have gotten blocked and stuff. But this is just a brand new Terra. Is Terra the Maticus of this week? Who thinks you're shaking his head no? He's saying that he's the Maticus of this week. I guess Maticus would be the Maticus of this week. Really,
yeah, Maticus is bad. And he learned out of turbulence. I'm so proud of him.
Just uncharacteristically on the ropes and missing these DP assists. Missing his DP assists. Missing DP punishes. And most importantly, not punishing the burst. One of the things, Katsuterra's characters have a lot of health. If you aren't punishing the burst, then they're going to get away with way more health regen than they're really up to.
That is not a good super.
So just misspaced. Plus frames. Burst. No punish on the burst. No assist on the burst. Ooh. And now just Klay on the back foot, but life bar is a little bit more in his favor.
I mean, you can't have just the tag mindset of as long as there's as long as one person has two characters, they're in the lead. But Waldstein can do scoop,
and he gets scooped for it. I think he possibly could have resonance beforehand too. His first game loses the Merkava and is not in the greatest of situations for it. Gets DP'd through the string. Good anti-air resonance. And he gets scooped.
I think that's enough. That's enough. And that's Klay taking it.
Katsuterra showing super signs of life. I'll say I love the difference in his play whenever he started playing Merkava. He started playing more patient. He even just started letting more of the, I said this a lot before, but Katsuterra is more of a Street Fighter player, right? He started letting more and more of just his Street Fighter fundamentals come through. You're doing some wacky stuff in the air, I DP you. Blah. Yeah. And those DPs, as I said earlier, they only do like 2k some amount. But in that matchup, it allowed him to DP through the assist DP. In that matchup, it allowed him to keep his space more and more.
We should replace this back.